Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I'm very much glad to have a dialogue with you on the topic of presentation skills. So, before I talk on presentation skills, on the topic, I can say that we all the people are in that very critical conditions due to coronavirus. So very sorry that our university has been closed and our classes are also suspended till indefinite time. So that's why our faculty of pharmacy and other faculties have arranged classes on online. So I hope you can have a good education by pouring our efforts. It's our struggle and try to give you utmost good education to you. No doubt there is difference between online classes and practically in classes of the university. So hope you are feeling well and you are trying to pass your life with coronavirus, because now coronavirus we don't know how much it will go on. So we have to understand how can we pass our life with coronavirus. Anyway, Allah Ta'ala, Allah Pak bless you and bless all the people of the world to save the to save all the human beings from this dangerous coronavirus. Now I come to the presentation skills. Presentation skills are very the skills which we need to deliver effective and engaging presentation to a variety of audiences. Uh, Before we talk on presentation skills, I should like to differentiate, I should like to talk with the difference between presentation and presentation skills. Now you try to understand presentation is an activity to express your ideas, point of view in public or in audience, to persuade the audience to take a certain decision. So presentation is a substance, is a topic. Again, this is a topic or the thing which you go to give to the public or audiences and people. So in this way, presentation skills are the skills. Now these are skills. Presentation is presentation and presentation skills are different things. Although they are connected with each other, but we need presentation skills for effective or engaging presentation. So if we have good presentation skills, we can give a successful presentation to our audiences. So presentation skills, as I told you, that these are very important skills. The ways to deliver your presentation, to give your presentation to the audience, to the different kinds of audiences. Suppose there are some farmers, your audience is consisting of students, your audience is consisting, you see that a group of farmers and your audience is the officers of different companies who have come to your office to, to do some deals with you. Now they start talking, and you need to give their presentation about your products, about the benefits, about the cost, about the you see that quality of the things. Officers are different. So for that you need presentation skills. Test them. How can you convince them so that a deal can be done between those companies? So yes, your skills also the tone of your voice and body language you can. So when you give the presentation, your presentation should be composed in a beautiful way. The structure should be tight, and when you show the slides, those design of slides should be so attractive and charming and beautiful that the viewers can pay attention to watch those slides and try to understand the message which is to be conveyed. Now we come to the tone of voice. Tone of your voice is not charming, is not sweet, and you see that listeners feel listeners feel uneasy. So their pitch of sound must be balanced, not so high, not so low that the viewers cannot listen your voice. So listeners cannot listen your voice, and if they cannot if they will not listen your voice, how can they understand your message? So here is need a structure of presentation, design of your slides, tone of your voice, and body language you convey. Now, when you talk, your body speaks also. Not only your tongue talks, not only you are talking using words, but your body is also talking. You will surprise our body will talk. Yes, if I say no, if I say this is what is this? This is no. What is this? Yes. It means my hands are talking. This way, if I show you my face, so that I am angry, and sometimes my face shows that I am very happy. So all these things are shown or expressed by our body language. So body language means non-verbal communication, and what I talk, this is verbal communication. So verbal communication and non-verbal communication both are very important for communication as well as presentation and as well as presentation skills. So this is also one of the skills very necessary to give successful presentation, that our body language must be effective. Hope you are enjoying my lecture. and not feeling bored. I try my best. This is my first experience that I am talking on, you see that online, and you see that I tried my level best. So now here is what is research. Now research the topic. Research is very important again. If you research something, research means to find out new things, to find out new ideas, to find out new ways, which are very important for explaining your topic. Suppose your presentation is on a successful, how a person can be successful in his business. So for giving the presentation and successful person in business, you must read the, you see that successful persons in business, read the autobiographies of those persons, go through the essays, some magazines, some papers where you can find out the most important businessmen, how do they, I mean to say, what did they do? How did they become successful persons in their, you see that business, and are known now as successful person in their business? So, presentation, giving presentation and successful person is business. Yeah, presentation and teaching methods. Teaching methods. Again, you will read the books of different teaching methods in America, different teaching methods in UK, different teaching methods in, you see that Punjab University, in Karachi University, and you see that in Sindh University, wherever you find methods of teaching, you will read those all the methods of teaching, and you will collect the new things for elaborating your topic in an effective way. Then you will have much more knowledge, you will have much more information about your topic, and then you can give successful presentation to the audience. So when you have good knowledge, when you have good information, it means now you can define the topic in simple way, and you can convey the message very effective. If you have no knowledge, if you have no information, you cannot define your topic in proper way. You will talk this and that. You will look here and there. You will be looked confused, and you will lose your confidence. But if you say that information and knowledge about the topic, because you have researched a lot, you have collected information, knowledge from different corners. So now you have much more things in your mind, and now you can define the topic in very effective manner, and the people will be convinced to understand what you want to tell them. So now again, for explanation your topic, you need to give some living examples. For example, I can tell you that when I went to Benazir Bhutto Shaheed University as a visiting professor, so it was my first day. It was my first day in the class, so I had to deliver lecture. So before going to the, you see that my class, I researched about the classes, about the students, about their standard, about their attitude, about their behavior, and about the number of students. uh, and I also got the information about the seating arrangement, whether there was arrangement of uh, fans or according to it was hot season. So all the things I collected and I got the information about the students and and also I contacted different teachers. I contacted different professors. I discussed with them. I discussed even my topics with them. So I got information and they shared their experience with me. Now I was relaxed and easy, very much comfortable to enter my class. So when I entered the class, all the students looked at me. I just first of all I gave them my introduction. Then I told them that I got teaching experience more than 30 years and I also foreign trainings in education. So many other things I also told them just to create an image in their eyes to command the respect and attention of my students. So what is this? So I became very much successful to command the attention of my students, and it was my first period, and I felt very much happy. I delivered my lecture very well. So these are living examples. Eh, Practically, when you talk on any topic, practically you can get the examples and you can get the information from the different peoples from different corners to collect the information regarding the topic. Now you have full-fledged knowledge and you will be able to deliver your lecture on the topic very easily and comfortably. Oh, sorry, my tea is have got cold. I I use so now how to rehearse. Rehearse very important, most important. Without rehearse, your your uh, presentation cannot be successful. You would have seen you usually watch films, dramas. So actors come before you, they act their role, they play their role, and you are inspired, impressed. Oh yes, that actor has done a lot. That actor has done acting very well. That actor has played his role beautifully. Now look at the villain. So he seems very cruel and does so many misdeeds and cruelties to the people, and all the viewers disliked disliked and are hated that character. It means that is successful actor. So what is this? How you know okay, how these actors play their role as a hero, as a villain, as a heroine? They rehearse many times. Director comes and the actor comes before the camera and on the set. So they rehearse the scene again, retake, till the actors do according to the requirement of director. Then that scene, that part of play or that part of their role becomes quite good according to the requirement of the director. So without rehearse, nobody can you see that give good presentation. So you guys at least read your presentation three times, four times, maybe six times when you feel satisfied that now you are okay and you feel confident that you can give presentation quite comfortably. Then come on and ask your parents, your family, your friends, your partners, colleagues, children. You just give the presentation to your friends. Again, you give the presentation to your parents. They, they are the best judges. They can judge your presentation. They, they are going, uh, they, they are in position to uh, indicate your some mistakes, as well as they can provide you support what you need. So rehearsal is very important. If I say the first and last key for the successful presentation is prepare, prepare, prepare. Means preparation, preparation, preparation. That preparation means rehearse your presentation till you feel confident to give the successful presentation. Here I again a diagram, a picture of rehearsal time, presentation time. If you don't mind, I take tea because it's very much cold. You can watch, you can see rehearsal time has been shown much more. Presentation time has shown less in comparison of rehearsal time. What happened? Okay, from our about discussion, you have rehearsed, you have rehearsed for much more time, 4 5 times you have rehearsed yourself. Again, you have done rehearsal before your parents, before your friends. So hours and hours, days, you have prepared your presentation, and then you have made slides, then you have done rehearsals. So it requires much more time for your presentation. Now, presentation time, when you give your presentation, how much time you take? Just 40 minutes, 50, or 40 minutes, 50 minutes, or less than 50 minutes. Within, I think, within 30 to 40 minutes, you can finish your presentation. So presentation time is very less in comparison of rehearsal time. So this picture shows you the importance of rehearsal. You need much more rehearsal for a successful, you see, that presentation. So now these all are what we discussed. These all are, you see, that skills. Research is also a skill. You see that how to rehearse. This is another skill. Rehearsal time you gave much more. Now remember the audience. This is also one of the skills. The most important aspect of making a presentation is consider that you consider the audience. For example, a company invites the four candidates to give presentation to the farmers for the introduction of their fertilizers. Now, three of those four gave their presentation to the farmers in English. Look at. And you see that one of those gave his presentation in Urdu and Punjabi. Naturally, the last one gave his presentation in Urdu and Punjabi because he considered his audience is uneducated or having less education, cannot understand, you see, that English. So that's why he gave his presentation, or he talked to the farmers in Urdu and Punjabi, where he described the benefits of the fertilizer and the use the use of fertilizers in order to get benefits by getting their much more crops. So the company hired that one person for the internship who did his presentation in Urdu and Punjabi. So now, in this way, whenever we give presentation, we should, you see, that consider the audience. Suppose we have to, that we, whenever we are asked to give presentation to some people, so we should ask the organizers to know about the background, culture of the audience, and language problem. All these things, if we know, then we can prepare our presentations accordingly. If you simply uh, another thing, what is this? Okay, if we simply read or repeat the information of the heart, our presentation will probably sound flat and dull to the audience. Look, the audience cannot listen you. How do you read the paper? There must be difference between reading a paper and giving a presentation. If I give you presentation, I use my verbal language, verbal communication. I use my I use my body language, non-verbal communication, and with, you see, that words, I can express my feelings or ideas in proper way, or in a way you can pay attention to me. If I have paper and I read my presentation, that will be totally boring. The audience will feel bored and they will just yawning, they will start yawning like this. So we should remember, we should consider, we should take care of the audience. They should not feel bored. Another thing is very important also, that is, you should visit the room and try it out, the technology. Sometimes you go to the room there and you don't know about the situation, the location, then you will be confused at the time of, you say, presentation. And when you start using the technology, it does not work. So then what will you do? The viewers, the audience will be very much upset and disturbed. So for this all, you have to do homework. Okay, just visit the room, check the technology, so that on that day of presentation, so that on the day of presentation, you feel, you see, that confidence. On the day of presentation, you have to arrive first, and again the same thing which I just discussed. Check the equipment and sitting or as you want then. What happens is sometimes organizers fix the equipments according to their own IQ, according to their own requirements. But you are the presenter, you need the equipments, fixing of equipments on the walls. In that way, you feel comfortable to stand, and the rate and the uh, and all the things should be placed at the proper place as you like. Another thing is very interesting. Okay, act confident. If you are broken inside, if your legs are shivering, just don't stand before the audience. Just go behind the, you see, that rostrum, and hide your legs which are trembling, because talking is very difficult before the audience. So, and don't put your hands on the rostrum, because in this way, when your hands are trembling or shivering, then it will make some noise. It will make some noise. So For this, what has to do? Be confident that you know much more about the topic. Whatever you know is enough. When you feel like that, you'll feel, yes, I can do everything. I can show them that I know very well about the topic and I can deliver my presentation in such a beautiful way that all people will enjoy and all people will clap and all people will talk in my support. So when you think like that, so be confident. No matter how much you are, no matter that how you are feeling, you are broken, you are upset, no problem, but you compose yourself and be you said that confident and look fresh, smile, smile should be on your face and be happy. And now, first of all, when you now you start your presentation, now here comes the role of eye contact. What do I do when I am in the class? Now 60 students are in the class, you know well. Now 60 means 120 eyes stared at my two eyes. Now two eyes respond them. So my two eyes do justice to all the eyes of my class students. If I look at only two, three, four students, sometimes this way, sometimes this way, so other students will not pay attention to me. So my eyes will work just like a searchlight. Just my eyes like a searchlight will just move from one side, one corner between mid of the class, then other corner, till mid, then round coming. So in this way, I do not stand at one place. Also, I just move here and there for some distance to change my place, and my eyes are just moving around the class and looking at the you see that eyes of all the students. So in this way, my class is just like in my hands, or I put my whole class on my shoulders and then I try to fly in the air. So in this way, my lecture becomes very much successful. So a very important thing, first of all, when before the starting of my presentation, before the start of your presentation, you must introduce yourself by name. You also tell them something about you. uh, who are you? Where have you come from? So in this way, you be somewhat uh, uh, free with the audience so that they feel friendly to you and you be friendly to them. So when you finish your presentation, then you invite them for the questions. That is at the you see that conclusion of your presentation. Seven. Now I will discuss that 7 tips to ensure that your presentation not boring. Your presentation is not boring. This is the main thing. Whole thing depends upon this boring and pleasing of your viewers, whether they are amusing, whether they are enjoying your presentation, because they are excited to know the things which you go to tell them. And as you have researched so many things new for them, that is very your presentation is very informative. So people, all the people look at you and try to listen to know and try to listen you, and they try to know what you are going to tell them next. So if you know the 7 tips, then you can ensure that your presentation is not boring. The first one is, as I told you, don't read from your paper. Uh, there must be difference between reading a paper and presentation. You before giving presentation, the whole material of your presentation, the whole material of your presentation must be absorbed by you, so that whenever you like to talk on the topic, you can collect all the ideas, all the things in a systematic way. So in this way, again, we should not read, you should not read, you see that from your PowerPoint. Yes, no doubt. Sometimes you can refer the PowerPoints. Those are very helpful for the viewers as well as for you. And but the third one is involve the audience. The involvement of the audience will be helpful for you to give successful presentation. And you know, you expose yourself that you are very much passionate, you are very much passionate, you are very much pleased, you are very much happy and excited about your topic. When I used to give lecture to my class, so when I feel that I'm doing justice to the topic and I'm explaining all those things regarding the topic in a proper way, then I feel very much happy inside. So when I feel very much happy inside, that comes on my face, my brightness, my smiling, my happiness plays on my face, that the viewers enjoy that happiness and joys of my face, and they also become very much happy and joyful. And you see that for just to break the tone or the break the iceberg means continuity, you can tell them some anecdotes, short stories related to the topic to make your presentation joyful. So sixth step tips is body language, which we have just already discussed. That body language is very important. If I just sit like this and I talk only with tongue to you, then you will feel bored. But I talk, yes, this way and that way, and in this way, my eyes sometimes open, sometimes in this way. This is my body language. So body language matters a lot. It attracts the viewers. It motivates the viewers to listen. So for motivation, for creating interest to a presentation, you need body language. And also, you must show while delivering your presentation that you care a lot about your audience, about your audience. So now this is the end of your presentation. In the end of presentation, before you finish your presentation, you have to conclude your presentation. You can say, "Oh yes, my dear, I'm very much thankful to you. I would like to conclude by saying that it's very important to have a good presentation skills, because no matter what your field or job is, you need to be a good communicator to climb up the ladder of your success." So in conclusion, you can just convey your message. We've discussed all these things just to have, just to learn some communication skills in order to give a successful presentation. Thank you very much. Take care. Allah Hafiz.